This is so people don't fall asleep while watching my videos. Hit it. Watch my video. So I was gonna do this video as a shorter kind of throwaway kind of video, but as I was making it, I was like, well, I could impart some sort of, the question was asked to me, how did you come up with your logo? Now, I can't teach you Photoshop. I'm sorry, that's beyond my scope. But I can kind of walk you through what I was thinking about, how I approached it, and how I go about checking a final. Always check to see that your logo works teeny tiny. That's important. If your logo loses its uniqueness or uses its way of identifying you when it becomes teeny tiny, it is not a good. It's not good. It is not a good. It is not a good. Do a better, because it is not a good. That's a good quote for 2019. Hit me with some sentimental kind of epic music. You got me? 3. This is not a good. Do a better. Billi Maddox, 2019.
Okay, so just to show you a little bit of what my brain dump kind of looks like when I'm trying to work out, you know, a problem like this, like, you know, like creating a logo. The first thing I knew I wanted to use was the font Futura. So I started there by just typing here on the left side. I don't know if my arrow is gonna be showing up on here. Anyway, you'll see stuff pop in and out, I guess. I don't know if it's gonna show the arrow, but anyway, on the left, you see that I typed it a bunch of times. I started playing with like what it looks like, flipping it around, and this is kind of like, you know, me just sketching, you know, getting references like this weird, you know, M kind of like structure. I was sort of going off of the M. Maker Maddox was the way I came up with the name. I mean, that's just, you know, my last name is Maddox, and I was gonna make stuff, and I liked the alliteration and the double M. So the stuff on the right, I kind of wanted to come up with like a weird shape using some of the letters or something like that. And like you see here on the top right corner, there's an MA mirrored that I kind of saw the shape. If you go back over, look back over on the left side, when I was doing the Maker and the Maddox upside down. So I took that shape and I kind of, you know, I tried to just do something with it. And you see, I tried to make like a little symbol kind of thing, and then I put, you know, I made it like a weird logo symbol that I don't know what it looks like, the bottom right. And I put a box around it. It says Maker Maddox. Like, you know, I thought maybe, okay, something like that. But you always have to sort of remember with logos is that what is it going to look like teeny tiny? That is the truest test of any logo. Notice how small I'm working in a lot of these. The one on the bottom right, that would not work teeny tiny. The Maker Maddox at the bottom would get lost. You wouldn't really be able to make out what it was. So I needed something simpler. And I knew that I sort of liked this shape. If you look at the top right, that sort of pointy shape there in the middle. So I went for a 6-sided polygon and kind of went from there and was sketching stuff out. And what I came up with, if you see right smack in the middle, those 2 M's in a very sharp Futura, I started to get somewhere there. And I knew that I wanted to use the double M somehow. And boom, that's where I came up with the actual logo that's actually seldom seen now. I kind of go more, well, you'll see, I kind of go more for another variant of it. And this also, liking the two sort of writing, the two types on the bottom, on the bottom left. I also wanted to have one that says Maker Maddox, and even this one has changed. You'll see the final ones in a second. And then I did this one as well, like that. That one is also changed. I've actually never used it, I think, like this. I've only ever used it, with the black polygon with the white letters, or a color polygon and white letters. I've never used it in the wireframe, is what I like to call this logo here, the one that's flashing right now. I call that the wireframe logo. That's the original Maker Maddox logo. That from that came everything. And then, as you see here, you see the Maker Maddox is sort of lower on the polygon than it was over here. That's sort of the final of that one. The wireframe logo, and then this one, which I use mostly now, in different colors, mostly white. I've been really into using this logo in white, but I have it in red. And here's a tip: when you're designing a logo and you're not decided on a color, do it in red. I always sketch in black. It's just easy to see the shapes, because that's what you're trying to lock in first before you start messing with like color and anything else like that. You should just think about just shapes, so I sketch in black, and when I have something that I really like that I might want to change the color of and have variants of, I do it in red, because then that gives you a very predictable spectrum that you can then change that red to any other color. You can also get to black, get to white, get to grays very easily, because it's a medium. Red is a medium tone, so it's a medium gray. But you still have the option of color. Anyway, that's a tip there. And that's pretty much it. That's sort of, this is how I was sketching all this stuff out. You asked for it, there it is. Those are my tips. So just have fun. And yeah, that's how I came up with it. Yay. Thanks so much I don't know if this is the end of the video.
No, this is the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Roll the thing!